in different woods today. This is a different forest, and I can tell it's wonderful. I'm in California. I got up early this morning and drove over to the coast, and I'm in redwood country, and it's fantastic. It smells so good here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's blooming or what it is, but I've been in this area before and I've smelled it before, and it's just absolutely crazy. It smells so good. It just smells like something that you'd have hanging in your home and that's dried, and it makes your home smell really good on a warm winter's evening or something. I don't know, it's just weird. I can't describe it, but it smells so good here. I can't believe it. Anyway, not to go off on smells here, but we're in the Fall Creek area. I'm right next to Big Basin, Redwood State Park. I couldn't get there this morning. That's where I was originally trying to go, and I couldn't get there because the road was closed. So I came by here because there's a whole bunch of creeks that converge in this area. So I'm just wanting to get down here and check it out. It's nice. It's beautiful. I'm not really seeing too many huge redwoods like I thought, because this is supposed to be redwood kind of area, but I don't see any. I'm going to head back that way towards the creek and follow the creek for a little bit and see what happens. But man, what a beautiful place. It's amazing, you know, when you get used to your woods and you get used to your forest and your smells and all of the plants and everything, and then you come to a different part of the country and you get exposed to another, somebody else's woods. You know, it's really great. It's so different here and so wonderful. I do love this area a whole lot. So I'm going to look around, see what I can find in here. If this doesn't pan out, I'm still going to go to Big Basin because I've got a little bit of time this morning. So I don't know. Come with me. We'll see. Kind of need my tripod. Make sure I have focus. There it is. Hey, we have focus. We're not making those mistakes again. Okay. So basically this is going to be a simple one just to get me warmed up a little bit. This nice, lovely tree going down through here. It's bringing your eye into the image. Real nice. I like the whole thing with all of these different falling trees that we have in this little canyon here. And of course up here is so interesting and nice. There's beautiful light up in here. This is okay. I'm not crazy about all this in here, but this is just going to be a real simple one. I am going to focus stack. I am at f8 ISO 100. It's 3 seconds, which is an awful lot, but it's not windy, so I'm not really worried about anything like leaf movement, because it really is still this morning. So we're going to go ahead and do a focus stack here. We'll do a test shot first and make sure that everything is copacetic. And it is. Might bring it up just a little bit. 4 seconds, that's awful long time. It's okay though, because you can't smooth out whitewater too much that's not there. So anyway, let's go ahead and take this and we'll see what happens. Sorry if I've got you on level there. Okay, so all right, so first we're going to focus down here. And there it is, so we'll take that. 4 seconds, yep. And then we're going to focus on the tree here, make sure that's in focus. When you're focus stacking, you don't have to get real crazy if you don't want to, but you should always go ahead and get the things that you really want in focus. Like for example, on this one, I want this in focus. I want this in focus. I want that tree right there in focus, and I'd like to have this stuff back here in focus. So, you know, 4 or 5 shots and we're good to go. So I'm on there, I'll come over here. I just want to make sure that this stuff over here is in focus. And of course, you know, you can get crazier than this if you want, but I don't know. I don't see the point sometimes. If I'm up close on something, then yeah. But in this situation where there really isn't that much of a foreground, we'll just go right there, make sure that's in. Hello, Mr. Bird. He's got all sorts of things to say this morning. All right, so we're just going to do one more back here in the back. All right. All right, there you go. That's it. We'll see what it looks like. So, I hope that was okay. That was a good one to get warmed up. This is a nice creek. It's not anything special, but I was hoping for some more of, well, this is just a quiet creek. And sometimes that's not a bad thing. Quiet's good. And this, you know, this might be obvious, but when I'm walking along a trail like this, and this trail is going alongside this creek, when I'm looking for something to photograph, I'm listening as much as I'm looking. You know, I want to hear water falling. Like right down here, I can hear there's some water falling, and I've walked for the last, I don't know, 7,500 yards and haven't really heard much. And then I came around a corner and I start hearing this water down here. So this is something I'm going to check out. So here we go. I don't know how far down this is, or hopefully I won't slip and bust my ass. Oh boy, wow. Okay, this might need to be negotiated from a different standpoint, or another way. This is a little bit of a ways down. So now you're faced with, is it worth going down? Or is it not worth going down? I might go all the way down there and it may suck. I don't know. I think we'll walk up the path because, well, I'll go check it out. I'm not going to take you with me because I got to get my tripod and do the whole mountain climbing thing. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm just looking around the frame to try to find what's going on. I know I have these leaves that are dying up here. This tree has just recently fallen over, and so the leaves still have some of their green on them, but they're for the most part dying, which is great because it's a different color. It's leaves, but with a different color, and that lighter color will set off nice against the green, dark green background. Whew, get my feet wet. So there's a lot of nice things happening here. The best part about this, obviously, is this big tree that's just fallen over, and its stump is just sitting straight up in the air like that. And this wonderful moss. It's funny, there's moss here like I have at home up in Seattle, but the moss isn't as nearly as lush and green because it's obviously drier here. But there is still moss, so it's like, you know, moss just gets around, you know. Anyway, I got a good composition here. You're over there, so I can't talk you through it, but we'll take this and then we'll talk through it.
So after getting home and looking at the image in the computer, I've changed my tune somewhat. I'm not convinced that the image works quite as well as I initially thought. As much as I like the way the boulders in the foreground mimic the shape of the tree, you know, they also unfortunately provide a barrier for our eyes, preventing travel from left to right, bottom to top, which is kind of the way I think that the eyes want to travel through an image. But I tell you what, that falling water over the tree is certainly a real treat.
Okay, so that's good, but I have a little bit of a problem. Oh man, that's frustrating. I got that shot, and I'm heading out now, but I got the shot, and let's see. Let's get up the hill here. Sorry. Morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you. Okay, so I always feel like I'm gonna scare people when I come out of the woods like that. So anyway, quickly before my battery dies, guys, if you don't know this, if you do know this, it's good to think about it again. But if you don't know this, when you're doing any kind of shot on a tripod, make sure that your 2-second timer is on. I was over in Santa Cruz on Monterey Bay last night, and I was doing some continuous stuff, high speed, just capturing some bird movement, and I forgot to take it off, high speed continuous. So I'm down here all this morning shooting both of these shots that I've shot for this video with high speed continuous on. And this is all at 1/4 of a second, you know, 1/6 of a second, 1 second, 2 seconds. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about or why it's important, here's the reason. When you push the shutter with your finger and you let off, the camera is going to still shake. It takes 2 seconds to stop shaking. Some people I know that put on 10-second timers. That way it's completely still. But I always find that 2 seconds is enough for my camera to settle down once I've let go of it. If it's really critical that I get good focus, and if I get no vibration, then I'll use a cable release. That way you don't have to touch the camera at all. I've looked at them, they're sharp, they're okay, they'll be fine, and they're not portfolio images, I don't think, anyway, but I am in a special place that I'm not normally, and it sucks. I just hardly ever shoot on high continuous. Only when I'm shooting around the ocean do I shoot on high continuous. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go scout Big Basin, see if I can get to it from the bottom side, and not have to worry about that closed road. But wow, it's pretty here. It's definitely a nice place to be. Definitely a nice place to shoot. If I don't find anything, I may pick this video up in the morning. I've got another day here before I have to move up the coast to San Francisco. Sorry, mosquitoes have been eating me alive. Anyway, we're out of here. I'll get back to you when I found something or whatever we're doing here. Okay, bye.